um it was not that hard for me,
Okay.
like, to okay, individually
Mhm.
before like accepting and like, you thought like it was actually my parents, it's a sin. Like
Yes, yes.
you have to pray to God. Like, I mean, try to find like what's wrong and all that.
Mm.
So individually it took me some time to like accept, like, I like women. And I can't say why I like women, but I don't like men the way I like women, like all that. So it took me some time, but like socially feeling accepted, like I mean, it's normal.
Right.
So for me, like it wasn't that hard socially,
Mhm.
but also I took some time before I told my parents.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. Like your parents, obviously, because of where they grew up and their customs, it would have been. Because I have, like I said, I have lesbian friends, and they always have the same issue, especially Caribbean and African parentage.
Yeah.
It's really hard to really, well, obviously, tell your parents, hey, this is what I am, or whatever.
Actually, I never told them. I like so the other time my mom was like, you just hang out with girls. Like, I mean, and the type of girls I date that's like masculine women. So
Oh, they were
she's
more
like,
masculine, right, right.
yeah, so like there's no hiding it. Like she'll say I'd hang out and all
And
that.
yeah, exactly. So it was really almost impossible to hide it, obviously.
Yeah, yeah. And then she was like, why do I see you with just women? Like, I mean, you don't have like, male friends. They call them friends, quote unquote
Right.
friends.
Yeah,
Who
yeah,
come, yeah,
right.
who come to visit you, you just chill, you hang out with him.
Yeah.
I was like, I was like, I mean, I vibe a lot with, women. So yeah. So
Yeah.
later on, I think she discussed it with my dad, and then they were like, now they asked me,
They
like,
came
are
and
you,
directly asked you. That's a
yeah, because
wow.
I mean, I wouldn't tell them because like I know they are believing that. And I'm not really in a position to be like, get into maybe like a sort of an argument or disagreement with him because
Yeah.
of who I am. It's like, I'll just stay in your house and then when I'm out there now, maybe I'll just tell you when I'm out, like out of your house. So
But you out
yeah,
the
because I had,
house. You tell-
yeah, when I'm out, like I'm paying my own bills, I'm sorting my
Right.
own things,
Yeah, that's the
like I'm not
best time. That's
depending.
the best time to say it, actually.
Yeah, yeah. So it's like I'll tell you later on when I'm out of the house. So,
Right,
but
right.
eventually they asked me,
Mm.
and when I said yes, like if you ask me something directly, I'll just answer you. Because I mean, you've just already figured out
Yeah, you
what,
already figured out. Yeah.
yeah, they already figured out. So I was like, okay, let me just, be honest.
Right.
Because it's something that they will keep asking. It's not something like, I can change, like,
Yeah,
with a snap of
exactly.
my hand. Yeah.
Right.
So I asked me, and then when I told them yes, they told me, "Yeah, it's a thing." And
The
they,
first thing they said is a sin.
yeah. And then they prayed for me.
Oh, man. I'm not surprised because my last guest they were said when if you were caught as a lesbian in school, they would expel you and they would still pray for you too.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why they like have that tendency to do that, or let me call that culture because it
I don't know if
happens.
they're trying to pray the lesbianism out of you.
Like they pray. Actually, they prayed, and hey, now they called my aunties like
It was
back
a
at home.
big deal. They made it a big deal then, basically.
Yeah, like I was a prayer item. I was like a prayer item,
Oh my
pray for-
goodness. It was
Yeah,
the
I know.
oh
It
boy,
was,
that was something else.
yeah, it was. I'm laughing about it now, but at that time it was devastating.
What age were you when it unfolded?
Actually, I was 22.
22. Okay.
Around last year. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Wow.
So I was a prayer item in the whole family. I was like, okay.
That's so funny that you said it here like it was a prayer item.
I was, but I was like, at the same time, I was like, I mean, I've not been kicked out, so that's something. Let me just,
Oh, that's one good part.
yeah, that's I was like, this is the learning about this. I've not been kicked out, so I mean, I can just stay. I mean, prayers are good. I mean,
Yeah, it's not gonna hurt anyway. I
yeah, I
mean,
mean,
I
that's
don't know
hard,
how much
so
it's
it's
gonna
okay.
change, but it's not gonna
Yeah.
hurt you.
And I mean, I was like, at least they give me that attention, even to God. I was like, okay. fine. But like our relationship at that time was a bit rocky, let me say that, because I felt
Right.
like why would they put my business out there? And
Yeah,
then
I know. Listen, I've seen it all. I see it all the time. Like it always happens that kind of way. I mean, sometimes,
yeah,
yeah. I like most people I've spoken to in that situation. That's always
yeah,
the case. It's either one family member outing them to the other family members or some type of shit like that. It's
yeah. So it's like I felt like, like that was not right for me. But
Mhm.
I couldn't tell them like you're not doing right by me. Because they'll be
Right.
like, you have the audacity to tell us like, okay, okay. So I was like, okay, let me just chill.
Yeah,
I
you might as well just take all the prayers, take all the
Yeah, man.
scrutiny and
Bring them
everything.
on, bring them on. But with time, I can say like they stopped like bothering me with it. I think they saw like, pray for me, talk whatever, but it's like it's not something like I can just change. I don't know.
Can't.
It's not something like unless I don't know what happens.
Right.
So with time, they just came to accept me, but it was a rough ride. Let me say that a rocky one
Right.
for the matter.
Yeah, I know, I know. I can imagine. I can imagine. Yeah.
Yeah, and then like
Um,
it had an effect on my younger sister because like now my parents are like, especially my mom was like, don't be like your sister.
yeah.
If she sees her hanging out with a lot of girls, she's like, don't
Now
you
they
have
worry. Now they
boyfriend?
worry that she might be, like they got something.
Yeah, like that aspect of you're the firstborn, you're supposed to be the role model, and now you're doing this.
Yeah.
Your younger sibling will do this. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
yeah,
That must have been tough, man. That must have been tough. That must have been
it
tough.
was tough.